This is the JJO Morning Show podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe.
Did you hear about this? NASA is offering $3 million for a challenge to recycle human poop in space.
I did. Unfortunately, I do not have the skills
to figure it out.
Yeah.
Bag it.
Not an engineer.
Yeah, it'd be nice. NASA is offering $3 million to anyone who proposes technology to solve an unusual problem, recycling feces and other human waste in space. Why don't you just jettison like everything else? Now we have this floating,
I know,
18,000 mile an hour, garbage bin.
Yeah, well, the frozen turds are going to be a problem. They're like,
we can't go to space. What? Frozen turds?
Yeah, they're going to penetrate the hole.
Yes, pea sickles coming in at 18,000 miles per hour. But yeah, so the space agency's Luna Recycle Challenge calls on members of the public to propose a technological means of recycling astronauts' feces, urine, and vomit on the moon and during long-haul space flights. There are currently 96 bags of human waste that are left behind on the moon by astronauts taking steamers.
Astronauts?
Yep. From the Apollo missions, and the aim of the Luna Recycle Challenge is to prevent adding this stinky space trash. The chosen technology would be put to use on future space missions, including hypothetical long-term outposts on the moon. I don't know if I'd ever do that. That feels like it's very, very claustrophobic.
Yeah.
It's not like you're coming to get you real quick.
Right. Everything's too slow.
Yeah.
I know. I could never. I'd be a baby about it.
Oh, it's like being stuck underwater, like the movie Abyss.
Right.
Those little stations they had.
What was the movie with Sandra Bullock and
Gravity.
Yeah.
That's even more terrifying.
Where the dude just goes off into space.
Yeah,
Bye.
that's George Clooney.
Bye.
He's like, "See ya, bye. It'll be all right." And I'm like, nobody's gonna be that calm. They're gonna get that bitchy tone in their voice. Ah! Ah!
Yeah.
There's no way. He's floating out there like, it's gonna be okay.
It's not going to be okay.
No.
It's going to be terrible, actually.
Yeah. So NASA said it's committed to sustaining space exploration, and we are prepared for future human space missions. There will be a need for consider how various waste streams, including solid waste, can be minimized, as well as the waste can be restored, processed, and recycled in space environments so that little or no waste will be needed to return to Earth.
Yeah,
So I think, didn't Matt Damon do this already?
The potatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, composting is an option, but it can't just be poo. You need other stuff in your compost.
Well, here's the other thing.
I'm fairly certain.
I thought it was like they jettisoned it out. And when I was just watching too many movies, I thought they like pooed in a thing and then they opened it, jettisoned it out.
Between you and Danger,
I thought that was a thing.
Okay.
I've seen it on like...
You know how like nurses and doctors like can't watch like medical shows or movies without being irritated because of all the things they get wrong? Or like cops have a hard time watching like cop shows because of all the things. Or lawyers can't watch Law and Order because they're like, that's not how it works. Okay, so space movies be that way too.
This wasn't a space movie that I was watching. They said that this is the toilet and you go into it and then it closes on one end and opens up on the other, right?
Yeah.
Is it just because they have like the smear down the side or what? I don't know. It just jettisons straight out. There's no air to push it back.
Doesn't it? They store it and then the other astronauts bring it back down.
Yeah. It's weird. I mean, that's a lot of space.
Because
I think we could let it go.
You can't have frozen turd missiles.
Well, I'm saying if they go far enough out so there's no orbit grabbing it back,
But even so, if you go far enough out, those turds are going to be
staying right there
in space.
So you have
floating around. Yeah. So in the event that I think about this all the time, believe it or not.
But dumping in space. See, you're the right person. $3 million. What are you talking about?
No, I think about if we open up like wormholes and space-time travel, and we are like traveling through great, whatever distances by folding space and time eventually. if we're doing this and we end up, like, you pop up somewhere and surprise,
there's something there.
There's a frozen turd.
Well, that's what they're saying. If you're going like light years.
Right, exactly.
You can't, because if you hit something.
That's why we can't just be unleashing turds willy-nilly.
They said the size of a pebble.
Right.
The kinetic energy would cause like just a giant explosion.
Exactly.
Just at the speed that you're going.
Right. And that's why we have to be careful.
So, I mean, it's big enough, though. You know? I mean, the chances that it would be there are there, but if at the speeds we're going, I feel like.
Hold on, we have some engineers on the line. Hello, are you an astronaut?
It depends on what kind you're talking about. I think Space Cadet would maybe be a little bit more accurate.
All right, perfect.
But I was going to say, what if every single falling star and comet that we've seen is just an 18,000 mile an hour frozen flaming turd?
That's very possible. And you're wishing upon a turd, dude.
Oh, man. That's not in the Disney movie.
Yeah. When you wish upon a turd.
Oh, dude. No. No. Come on now.
Giant flaming.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, like, they'll have the poo trail, and then you come on the way back. You could end up with just giant trails of poo. And then we end up with poo rings like Saturn.
Yeah. No.
There's 96 bags on the moon. What are they eating?
Hello, JJO.
Hey, this is Vanessa. Good morning.
Good morning.
Did you guys get those tickets by chance?
I have no idea what you're talking about. You must have talked to Johnny Danger.
Oh, yep.
Okay, I'm going to put you on hold. It's PMS week. It's not the week. Hello, JJO.
You ain't noticed.
There's fun bags right there at the door talking about bags on the moon.
I'll show you these fun bags, Nate.
It'll be a quick trip on
All
the moon, so you ain't got to worry about making.
Tell Brian I said hi.
All right, Brian.
Okay, bye.
This is chaos. It's absolute chaos.
That'd be, there you go. Put a quick trip on the moon.
That's what's going to happen. You all know it. I know. Sometimes I think, you ever watch the movie WALL-E?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like we're headed towards WALL-E a lot of the time.
I'd be one of those big fat guys just sitting in those things.
WALL-E, it's like a cross between WALL-E and Idiocracy.
Isn't that what it is?
Eva.
Yeah.
Aww.
Eva.
That's so cute. The Garbage Mountain. Yep. Sometimes you just feel like that's...
Yeah, I mean, it's not like we can keep... I mean, we could dig down pretty far. I mean, we got plenty of room, but we keep throwing the landfills. At some point, we're going to be sitting on our own filth.
I know. Don't get me started.
Because you talk about, like, England, they have to ship that over to China. China. Yeah, they have to ship there because it's so tiny.
Yeah, I know. Well, we used to ship our...
Throw it in the ocean. And
we used to ship our quote-unquote recyclables over to China.
And they just throw it into the water.
Right.
Yeah.
But we don't do that anymore. Now we just put them right in the landfill. I hate this topic. Anyway.
Yeah, well, that's
back to turds in space.
Dumbing down your smartphone. One podcast at a time. Listen, rate, and subscribe to the JJO Morning Show podcast. Get up with Johnny and D. JJO.
You know how clean freak I am.
Yes.
I don't like anything dirty. And this guy...
Besides your mind.
Yeah. I think this guy deserves what he's got coming to him. So a Chinese man had developed a habit of smelling dirty socks by wearing them the whole day. Has been diagnosed with a fungal lung infection. So a middle-aged office worker from Chongqing, his name wasn't revealed to the media, but he was recently admitted to the Southwest Hospital of the Army Medical University. It's a long name for a hospital. With a persistent cough, the man told doctors that his cough had worsened in the recent days despite taking cough syrup, and that his eyes had become bloodshot, which prompted him to seek medical assistance. After conducting a CT and MRI examinations, the doctors found suspicious shadow by his right lung. A subsequent bronchoscopy showed that the patient suffered from a fungal lung disease caused by Aspergillus infection. I don't know what that means. Upon questioning him about the possible causes of the infection, the doctors learned that the man had developed a habit of smelling his own dirty socks. Gross.
Well, I feel like it was intense smelling. Like you can't.
Yeah,
like
he
it
had to
wasn't
be.
like just like a sniff, like to see.
Yeah. No, he's in there, man. He's like I don't know. People are weird. While questioning the unnamed patient about his home and how good his air circulation was, doctors, I'm not going to try to pronounce that and slash up the Chinese name, attendant physician of the Department of Respiratory Medicine at Southwest Hospital, learned that the man used to smell his dirty socks every time he came home from work before throwing them in the wash machine. So maybe he did. After taking a pair of his dirty socks and analyzing it, doctors found traces of that same bacteria and determined that it was his unhygienic habit that caused the infection. So worn socks containing sweat, salt, urea, and warm and humid environments inside the shoe promotes fungal growth.
Yeah.
Smelling dirty socks, even though they're your own, comes with increased risks of inhaling dangerous fungus and bacteria. If they're past the nose and throat, then you end up with lungs and fungal infection that have long-term consequences. There, you got to be careful. Where's my panty sniffers at? That's
right here. Right here.
That's
right
you
here.
You better be careful. You get a yeast infection in your throat.
No. My bitch is pretty clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost made myself spray. Not that way either, but gross. I was never.
Not a sock sniffer.
I'm not a panty sniffer either. I'm not a.
I will sniff my own socks occasionally. Like, because sometimes, hear me out. If I only wear socks for like an hour or two or whatever,
yeah,
I'm not gonna throw them in the laundry because they ain't dirty yet. My feet aren't stinky like that.
I agree with you. I mean,
so I'll give them a sniff, and I'll be like, oh, if there's nothing there,
they got a couple more hours out of them.
Totally, and then maybe I'll wear them around the house. Maybe I'll whatever. Maybe I'll wear them to the gym for a workout.
Yeah, I'll do that.
You know
so
what I'm
like
saying?
if I took it off, I just put them on, and then you take them off because you just went out somewhere and came back.
Yeah,
you took them off, but I'm like, I'm not gonna. It's fine.
I'm not gonna waste water and soap.
Yeah, you can go back.
You know?
That's different because it was just like a short period of time.
Totally.
That you had. So I agree with you. You sniff them and just make sure that there's no. If it's bad, you ditch it. If it was just like, it just smells.
There's nothing worse though. Sometimes you'll think the sock is fine and it's not.
Which is this guy's.
Yeah, and it's like maybe you picked up a rank sock on accident. You thought it was whatever. I don't know. And then you get a bad whiff, and you're like, panty sniffing is a different topic.
Oh, yeah. You get those ones that look like you blew your nose in it?
Favorite pastime. Just don't start.
Which part do you smell? All of a sudden you're smelling something that it changes flavors right halfway through we get to the backside, or
so bad. I can't even talk about.
It's
this
like
with
thongs.
You. I can't even talk about this with you.
What? She's changing flavors.
No. It's nothing that crazy. Jesus, what do you think goes on inside a pair of panties, for Christ's sake?
It depends.
It's not that wild. God.
Well, like I said, depends on the times.
Pheromone action.
There is definitely, periods of time that can affect how those things look.
Right. Yeah.
Well,
it's not happening.
I don't. I'm trying to think of like anything I won't underwear. I just am like, we're good. Which I'm not a dirty guy in the first place.
Yeah.
I mean, but I definitely will. I only smell like shirts, like the armpit part, because I try to not wear as much deodorant as possible, and I don't really ever stink. right? I don't sweat like crazy or nothing.
Yeah.
I'll wear deodorant, but I don't wear the antiperspirant because I'm afraid of the aluminum because I bought into that. I don't know if it is. I just rather avoid it. But that's the only things I really smell, but I don't dig my nose into it to get a viral infection.
Oh, I guess this is antiperspirant deodorant.
Oh, it's it. You got Alzheimer's.
Dude, I've done cocaine off the back of a truck stop toilet. Trust me, my deodorant's the last of my after
I thought you were going to say a truck. I had him blow it right in my ass.
Deodorant is the last of my problems. Christ almighty. Anyway, let's get off the topic of panties.
You getting all turned on or what?
No, I just don't want to overshare anything, which is what ends up happening.
I can't wait. Come on. That's the best radio right there.
I can't.
Share it.
I used to. Okay, so the backpack.
Yes, that was easy.
The backpack that I no longer carry with me, but I would always carry around a pair of my girlfriend's panties in there just to take
like an afternoon sniff. Get you back into the day.
Take a pull every now and then.
Some people carry flasks. I carry
just take a pull.
Day panties. I just get a free whip up.
Yep. I'd be like, I gotta freshen these up. I need a new pair.
You'd love Japan then, man. They got those machines.
I know, but it's not.
It's different because it's who it is, right?
Yeah.
Totally. So you like getting that musk flavor in there, and you get a lot.
Saying.
You're like running around like a dog.
All right.
Hey, that's great, man. Searching your backpack. Those aren't mine. Cop searches you.
It did happen when
it's right next to your purse sandwich or what?
When I hit the deer, I was trying to get my ID and stuff out, and there were them panties sitting right there, and I was like, Jesus
Hold
Christ,
on. I picked you up that morning.
I know you did.
You had the panties on
I'm
you?
not answering your phone calls.
Yeah, come on. Go on, get.
Not doing it. God damn it.
That is fantastic.
It's bad. I'm scared.
Go for it. Let's hear it.
I'm scared. Hello.
Yeah, you sounded a little bit like me. But you wanted to be on to say more about the stories. You said, come on.
Come on, kill me. Come on, do it.
Hello.
D, how's it going?
Okay.
Your day sniff panty story from your old backpack that's why I love you, dude. I freaking love you. You made my day at 7:30 in the morning. Thank you, D.
You're welcome. I love you too.
Replay today the JJO Morning Show podcast. Get up with Johnny and D. JJO.
Okay, one of our favorite sheriffs to feature on the show is Grady Judd.
I love this.
This is the guy. Remember, he was talking about there was Operation Skin So Soft, and it was when those like massage therapists were busted in Florida. Here, you might remember this.
The undercover would say, no, just a massage. So on three different occasions, she continued to try to come back and upcharge him to engage in sex. She stood in front of the door so he couldn't leave, and then she tried to hold him down. This is a big undercover detective, and she might have been 5 foot tall. She wasn't as big as a popcorn fart.
He's a weirdo. I love him. I love him. So he's back in the news talking about an assistant principal in Florida. Now, she was arrested because she behaved super inappropriately with a 13-year-old male student.
How do you say?
Massage was involved. Dr. Kiva Lark, 53 years old, charged with lewd and lascivious conduct and lewd offense against a student by an authority figure. Principal reported the incident to authorities April 4th. She was placed on administrative leave, which is what they do. Then they investigate, and then they fire. Right?
Yeah. This is the best.
Now, here, we'll play the audio from our favorite sheriff, Grady Judd.
She had a 13-year-old child that was at her school rub her feet. She didn't think he was massaging them the right way, so she massaged his arms and then made the statement like, this will help teach you foreplay for when you have a girlfriend. We calmed the parents down and said, look, she's going to be held accountable for this outrageous conduct.
Yeah. She removed her shoes and placed her legs across the victim's lap. She was heard scolding the boy for not rubbing her feet correctly and demonstrated how she would prefer to be massaged. And then a coworker / witness heard Lark tell the student to rub her feet like he loved her. Several days later, the witness said that Lark crossed the line during the incident. During a forensic interview with the victim, he said that Lark referred to him as sexy chocolate.
Oh, yeah.
Well, passing him in the hallway at school.
She wanted some chocolate in her.
Oh, that is terrible. Lark later admitted, yeah, my actions were inappropriate for my profession. You think? But denied saying anything inappropriate to the victim. Okay, yeah, you did. Yeah, I did. This person no longer has any business being around children, and we commend the school principal for immediately reporting this incident so we could take action to work with the Polk County Sheriff's Office to protect children. Massage.
Do you think if she was attractive, it'd be different for the kid?
No.
Because where were these degenerate people when I was a kid?
I know.
I don't love this.
I know.
Not rubbing her 53-year-old bunions, but
right.
But, you know, when I was a kid, it'd be great.
I saw that meme the other day where it was like, all the gym teachers look like this when I went to school.
Yeah. No, it's always Florida, too.
I know.
They just moved down there to be freaking pedos.
Well, all the teachers now are young. They're
like only a few years removed from the high school students.
100%. They're newly graduated.
Yeah.
And I think that's because everybody else is tired of it. They have not been drained of their passion yet.
They've been drained.
And they're not they haven't been fed up with administration and parents yet. So they're still in it. They'll give up eventually.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants that job.
Yeah.
Because you get treated like absolute garbage.
Yeah, you have kids yelling at you and disrespect.
Right. You get treated like garbage by the kids. You get treated like garbage by the parents, by administration. Like, it's a terrible, and they're passionate people that give a crap, and you get shat upon. So.
You know what would be cool is if you had to take a test to have a kid.
Yeah. Yeah, inappropriate for any legit profession. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. Why are we having 13-year-olds rub our feet? Stop.
If it was the other way around, it'd be bad.
Well, it's bad anyway.
It's bad anyway, but you know what I mean? It's like, you know, all these young kids, obviously 13 is really young, but when you have like these 16 or 17-year-olds, when these kids are like, you know, these dudes are like, you know that they're, you know, just knowing that they're like, oh, this is the hot teacher that's 21.
Right. Yeah, it's.
Mm-hmm. They made a whole movie out of it. It's called, with Adam Sandler.
I have no idea.
What was that movie? Damn it. I wish I could remember it. Like Vanilla Ice is in it and everything.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The director was actually from DeForest. Of that movie. I forgot. Oh, dang it. What is it?
I don't know. Google it. Figure it out. Stop pulling a danger right now.
Because it feels so good when you get it yourself.
And just look it up.
That's my boy. That's my boy.
Yeah, I thought it was Billy Madison too, but it's not.
No, it was That's My Boy because he's like a young kid that sleeps with the hot teacher. And then he becomes super popular from it.
Yeah,
you know, because they make Susan Sarandon's daughter was like the girl, the teacher.
It's super bad. You can't be doing that.
And then they have a kid, and then later on in life, because he was so young, it ends up being Andy Samberg, who tries to live like a normal life because his mom went to jail for, sleeping with Adam Sandler, but he becomes like one of those child stars basically that just goes downhill.
I do love Andy Samberg.
It's pretty good. If you could just, you got to have just childish toilet humor like I do, and then you'll love it. It's funny. You just got to just not take it seriously.
Right.
Like any of his movies.
Right, exactly. But anyway, a 54-year-old getting a massage from a 13-year-old. Right, sorry, my bad. 53-year-old. And then calling him sexual chocolate in the hallway.
Oh, yeah. That's crazy.
That is unhinged, dude. Come on now. No. But whatever. I mean, is this a case like, is she just going to move on to a different school district? I just can't believe you would throw away your career like that. That's wild to me. That is wild to me.
It's just like that one. Did you see that where they had the body cam of that teacher that was drinking wine came in?
No.
Did you see that? You never saw it? Yeah, she's like, no, I don't know. And you could tell she's hammered. He's like, what's wrong? I took medication. And then they find her cup. It's got like a bunch of wine residue in it. Just you have those just degenerates, I guess they're hiring because, like you said, nobody wants that job anymore.
Well, right. Well, I mean,
it takes a lot more than it used to.
Degenerates in every job. Look at us.
Yeah, no kidding.
But it does feel like most of the teachers out there are super young. I don't know if it's just because.
Which sucks because you'll get those great teachers and then, just getting crapped on.
Yep. All right, next story. National Grilled Cheese Day is tomorrow.
Ooh.
Do you like grilled cheeses?
Of course. Who doesn't?
Cheeses. At a new poll, 70% of people say they prefer the toast level of their grilled cheese to be golden brown. 12% like it well done or even burnt.
Burnt? No. That's...
No,
why?
No. Then all you're tasting is the burntness.
Yeah, I don't like burnt.
Maybe you're not that picky about it, but the damn kids are. 30% of parents say they've had to remake a grilled cheese for their child who wasn't happy with the toast level.
That's how you end up with the school.
No. As for the sandwich...
Take this back. What am I? A peasant? Recook that and make another one to practice while you're at it.
As for the sandwich, 47% are purists who just want bread and cheese, especially the Midwestern women's. Men from the Northeast are the most likely to experiment with extras like tomato, fresh herbs, bacon, or sauteed onions and spinach. I'll throw all that on there.
Mm-hmm.
Most people then consider it a melt.
Well, yeah, you just add grilled cheese. Just grilled cheese.
American cheese is the most popular cheese, but it's not a cheese. It's a cheese product. Thank you. Followed by cheddar, mozzarella, and Swiss. My campaign against American cheese continues.
Can you put them together?
Put what together?
You have a 3 cheese, right? I know they do this, but I think they put the processed cheese with the other processed cheese in between, like a different, like Gouda or something.
You want me to do that?
No. I mean,
or
if you want to cook me grilled cheese, go for it.
No. Yeah. I don't want American cheese ever. Men are more likely to spice it up with habanero jack or pepper jack. 65% of people say they spread a little butter on the outside.
Ooh.
Especially in the Midwest. Aren't you? You're supposed to have butter on the outside.
You can use mayonnaise.
I know. Because it's a fat. You just need it to get crispy.
Yeah.
So apparently Duke's mayo is the best for the outside.
I use Kewpie because it's like, I don't know. It's just Japanese mayo, they call it.
Yeah, I know.
Kewpie's pretty good, but Duke's, yeah.
28. Spread it on the inside. Hello. 14% spread it on the outside. Yeah. How are you making a grilled cheese without something on the outside? You're just putting dry bread on the skillet.
It's stuck on there.
If you put dry bread and American cheese on a grilled cheese, I'm going to beat the crap out of you. That's terrible.
Have you ever had it with bologna as well? Like a
No.
Grilled cheese with bologna? Would you like that?
I love bologna.
Right. So I'm assuming that would be pretty good for you.
Without a doubt. But I usually like my grilled cheese sans meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then if you have meat in it, it's not a grilled cheese anymore.
It should melt.
Yeah.
But I do like a little sauteed onion in there and some tomato. Yeah.
Well,
some spinach sounds good too. Yeah.
Those Milbrand brothers, they love grilled cheese.
Oh, yeah?
That's all I think he lives off that, Lee. That's it. That's all he eats is grilled cheese or pizza. Cheese pizza.
Oh, no. Is he a vegetarian?
Yeah.
He's a cheese pizza vegetarian.
He's
one of those.
Yeah, he'll eat cheese pizza and bean burritos.
He's the unhealthy vegetarian. 100%. Okay. Yep, that's all right. If only chicken nuggets, right? That's the...
Oh, yeah. See, since it's a byproduct, that's like the loophole.
So you can get the vegan nuggets. The Morningstar chicken nuggets.
Morningstar, huh?
Yeah, that's the big vegan brand. They're not so bad, but...
You made
I know.
the vegan beef.
The vegan sloppy joes.
Yeah. Oh, man.
The sloppy Janes.
I just stood in front of that thing and kept eating.
Yeah, you ate like half that Nesco.
JFK sat there.
I know.
And the whole thing was almost gone.
It was good, though, because I didn't want to have any leftovers.
You didn't.
I did not.
It was crisp down to the bottom because it was still on that cook. There was nothing in it, and it gets that, like, never coming off, cooked on.
Yep. Those were good, man. Not so bad. People like bacon on it, butter on the inside and outside with pickles. That sounds good. The Amish call a cheeseburger a grilled cheese. Yeah.
Why?
Why anything? Why do the Amish do anything the way they do?
They get robbed. Did you hear that?
I did hear about that.
Stupid. Horrible people.
So tomorrow is National Grilled Cheese Day. I'm willing to bet.
What others today? What do we got?
Today there's a bunch going on. National Pet Day, Barbershop Quartet Day, Dog Therapy Appreciation Day, National Cheese Fondue Day. I ain't never done no fondue.
Oh, I think
I'm more like fondant.
My kid's gonna take his girlfriend for their 2-year. 2-year? I don't know. Anyway, for the melting pot.
Yeah.
And isn't that just straight fondue?
Yeah, I've never been.
I never have either.
Yeah. I would do fondue. I'm not opposed. It just has never presented itself to me. National Clean Up Your Pantry Day. How's your pantry? I imagine it's spaced and everything.
Yeah, it's all clean.
Yeah. National 8-Track Tape Day.
Oh, boy.
Do you have any 8-tracks?
We used to have, was it the Village People? My mom had that. We had that old record player that had a 8-track in it, and then it had like the little lights in the bottom.
Yeah.
Thing's probably worth money now, but we would have that. It was always slammed in there. So when I was a kid, I just heard that type of stuff.
Let's see. National Poutine Day.
Poutine?
Yeah. You ever have that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Canadian, I guess it's just sloppy fries. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like chili fries, but with gravy.
Canadian meal that's influenced by French cuisine. Let's see. This day was created in 2018. It's the most popular in Quebec, but it's served and enjoyed in many different places. There's there's different restaurants around town that do like a kind of Wisconsin version of poutine.
Oh yeah.
Dish was created in Quebec by mistake, and it just caught on. It became an iconic meal that was quickly accepted. It became so popular in Canada, it was declared the national food. Holiday helps to promote Canadian culture and bring people together through their love of food. Many restaurants serve different variations of the meal, and people take the opportunity to share and enjoy it. So, poutine is believed to have been created accidentally by Eddie Lanisi. He was a regular customer at a restaurant called Le Lutin Kirut.
Ooh.
The restaurant was located in the town of Warwick. The town was known for making squeaky cheese curds. I'm interested.
Yeah.
According to the story, he asked for cheese curds to be added to his French fries, and the restaurant owner replied, "This is going to make a dreadful mess. Ça va faire une médite poutine." That's what that means. That is going to make a dreadful mess.
Huh. I didn't know.
That's how we got it.
So French fries are French and Belgians.
You mean freedom fries?
Yeah. The origin of the French fry is a matter of some debate, both French and Belgium vying for the title of the inventor. So somewhere around there, I'll just say, you know what, you both got it. There. How about that?
Yeah.
Stop fighting. It's not that big a deal. But that would make sense why poutine, being French, that it
came back,
took up.
Yeah. French fries, cheese curds, brown gravy.
Ooh.
Chew, you fat bastard.
When's the last time you had poutine?
Oh, my God.
I think I've had it once, and then I never had it again because I felt like I was going to... I could feel my arteries hardening.
Super long time ago. It was on a vacation somewhere. Might have been in Denver, maybe. I don't know. It's a long time ago. I'm not a huge fan of gravy. So it's not...
You gave up the gravy?
Yeah. I've been nut-free
gravy.
Yep.
I got to make you a chicken that's got a gravy on it. But
I know. You tell me that. Lance has been telling me he needs to make me this chicken dish since, literally we became friends, 20 years ago? Yeah. He's like, I make this chicken dish. It's so good.
We will.
It's so good. He's been telling me he's going to make it for me. I've never seen the dish.
Nope.
I've never, seen a leftover. Nothing.
It's happening.
No, I don't want to hear it.
No, it's happening. I'll even have to bring in the ingredients here, and then I'll get one of those skillets that I could just cook it on.
I don't believe you.
Well, it's
Overpromise, underdeliver. It's fine.
It's the way of life.
It's a goddamn chicken dish that doesn't exist.
There's it'll
mushrooms.
Happen. Oh, it's great.
It's the greatest.
It's got
dish.
a brown gravy in it that I have to make, but it's
fine.
With Swiss cheese and mushrooms and teriyaki chicken under it. It's good.
I don't believe you. It doesn't exist. It's a unicorn dish, dude.
The JJO Morning Show podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe. Catch a new show every Monday through Friday, 6 till 10 a.m. on 94.1 JJO or streaming anywhere in the JJO app. Johnny and D. Nowhere but JJO.